Cassius. Mac. You are both in your new offices, your new haven. It is located on the edge of the road, on the edge of your territory, looking up towards the middle of town, Hunter's Walk, kind of in that direction. Currently, it is being fixed up to be ready to be opened as an official law firm and basically meeting place. If any of the other factions, anyone else wants to see you, they can go there and either ask for an appointment or try their luck and see if you're in. Currently, there's a few pieces of furniture with like dust covers over it and everything, but it's still being done up, still getting worked on. The office upstairs and the library are finished, but there is nothing in the library aside from like, let's say like a couple of copies of Winnie the Pooh. And the office as well is ready to receive people, but there's currently no one in the office. It's just you two.
Yeah, Cass is looking around the new library, picks up a copy and is like, do you reckon Winnie ever understood his nickname?
I don't know, really. Maybe. I called him Pooh Bear enough times.
Man, I mean, probably knew more than we thought. He was always pretty smart.
Was that his real name or was that a nickname for him?
You don't know his real name?
Winnie?
Winona Vipona.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I'd heard that before. Yeah, I just always called him Winnie.
Yeah, no, as everyone did. I only know one person that actually called him Winona.
Yeah. I've been thinking about him, actually. You know, we haven't made much grounds on, what happened.
No, I know. I want to dive into it, but where the hell do we start?
I don't know, like, Gorbin was looking into it, but between you and me, the dude's a bit of a dick, So, I don't think he'll be much use, but I don't know. Tremors, fires, explosions. I mean, who's gonna know? Apart from the people that are already dead or left, Guys at Elysium, they were pretty clueless too. All they knew is that it was just the old guys that seemed to take it, but they weren't even sure about that.
No one's sure about anything anymore. Blood. I think we need to start taking matters into our own hands, Mac. Asking other people hasn't gotten us very far.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean any disrespect to the erudites of the group, but talking to people is just really dull.
And it's not always that dull.
True.
Sometimes you've got to chat to the people who will end up giving you fortune or avoiding getting a friend's head blown off.
Or 5G. That was...
you really undersold yourself there. I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
Yeah, well, gave me something to do. You should meet Kale at some point.
I'd like to. Now's not the time, I don't think. I think there's something planned for that, right?
Well, we got the meeting, but I need to go and speak to him at some point, give him an update on, how many invites we dished out, so, feel free to swing by with. And,
One thing at a time.
I was thinking, just for the meeting that's coming up, like, do we need security? Is that an advisable thing,
I have a plan to get us all in there at the same time.
Okay.
I can be working for Lamia because she wants me there. And then the other two can go in as the delegates. I'm not so sure, but...
I'll be there, don't worry.
Yeah.
one way or another. Or if I'm not there, I'll be doing something useful, but we'll see.
I'm sure you can talk to Kale.
Yeah. Clay probably needs a +1. I could speak to him. Unless he wants to go with Lamia, but no, Lamia's with you. I don't know. I'll be there either way.
Well, before we get there, we need to fill up this library.
We do. Because as much as I like Winnie the Pooh,
not much help in an occult situation.
No.
When someone is trying to bleed you dry and you want to know why, not the book you look to. Unless honey is a metaphor, I don't think so. Like, the people that always knew their shit were the Tremere, and I have no clue where they are, if they're even alive anymore. So, I've mentioned it before, let's just go rob a Tremere.
Sure. He's already dead, so, really it's just like donating to a charity shop, only we're the charity shop. And we'll keep it, but he ain't gonna miss it.
Yeah. Well, no, if the rumors are true.
No. There's a question, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you're big on this whole wolf thing and, all of that's going on, but...
Right.
What's the plan? No, that's not the question. The question is why? What do you get from it?
What do I get from Gravestone?
Yeah.
That's not related to this.
The cult? No, it's not related to this, but it's, related to you.
No, I'm saying when I get it, I'll tell you.
Secrets, okay. And how about Tess? She's getting involved in this.
Tess has her own personal reasons. I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah.
And hopefully the Tremere don't know anything about Gravestone. Because if they knew, then someone else might know by now.
So you're telling me as well that you want Tess to do what's in her best interests, or what's in yours?
Well, I think there's some overlap there.
Good. At least you're honest about it.
I don't want Tess to do anything she's not comfortable with, but she has a connection with Gravestone I can't fathom. So, yeah, I'm jealous, and I would really like her help.
Sure, but seems complicated anyway, what she's got going on, so maybe,
I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay. Let's go swing by Tremere's then, eh?
Let's go and take a look at a tiny nip.
Yeah. Where is that again? Who's,
Right, so this is where it gets tricky. We need to go just north of Flintbridge. It's by the park. Hunter's Walk.
Cool.
But pretty sure that still counts as Calig's territory. And just waltzing in there and busting up a place is going to get us in trouble if we get caught. If we get caught. I'm not sneaky.
Yeah. I mean, sneaking I can do, but... Well, so we got a few options. We can sneak in there. We can tell him that we're gonna go steal stuff. Don't think he'd like that too much. Maybe I can just be honest with him and tell him I'm looking into what happened to Winona. Looking for clues. You can take your books.
You don't have to mention Winona.
Well, I'm looking into the fires and, all that shit.
Right.
I'm looking for clues.
Exactly, yeah.
And, as long as I'm the one doing the talking, ain't nobody gonna be lying to him. Because that's what I'm gonna be doing. You can take your books.
Yeah, sure. Not sure I want to owe anything to Calig, to be quite honest, but we'll see where this goes.
Fair.
Maybe he has some interest in it.
Well, he's getting an invite to the meeting, so,
Yeah, I don't know how far that'll
True, but
stretch.
a little bit of respect. And I think he'd probably like to know what's going on with people bursting into flames too, so...
Yeah, no, that's a good angle. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever go with Tess to the Swift Spa?
Swift Spa. Don't think so.
No.
That's the young one, right? Like all the young people. That place.
I don't know. I've never been there. Either way, we're both going to look out of place, so let's make it quick.
Oh, we're going to a bar. Oh, God. Okay.
That's where Calig is.
Right, okay. Well, hopefully it's Irish. I prefer those. Yeah, sure. I'll go get a tie. I go and get a tie and put one on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, unless you would like to have a specific conversation with Calig, you can very quickly pop in. He is there, and he is taking visitors, and he will allow you access and entry without oversight into the tiny nip. You are welcome to take whatever you find there as well.
I have to know. I'm assuming it's your territory. You've already cased the place, right?
Yes.
Can
We
you
have
tell
taken
me
everything that we thought was important from there.
Okay. Well, once we have a look around, we might have some questions. Is that okay? Come back?
That is perfectly fine.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll see if we can make some headway on this case.
Good luck in your investigation. And
Yeah,
he's as precise and strange as Tess described him. His office very, very straight and organized and
Angular.
yeah.
If I can ask before we leave quickly.
Yes.
I assume because you've taken anything of importance from there, have you found anything of interest, at least in relation to recent events?
No, mostly it was artifacts, trinkets, a few books. I have someone going over them.
Right, okay. Well, if they need any help, then Cassius is pretty good with books, so...
Noted.
Sure. Okay. Well, thank you for your time, and I like your office.
Thank you. And you head off, and you probably have one of Calig's bouncers is instructed to go with you, and has the keys. You know, just opens up the shop so you don't have to break in, and you can go in the front way. It's a cafe in the front, and then again round the back you can get into, and it's looks tidied up.
But it's not open anymore, is it?
It's not open
The
anymore.
cafe.
No. It looks tidied up in the kind of flat, the back area.
Bit where we saw the blood in the glass.
Yeah, the blood in the glass is gone. Looks like the carpet's been reupholstered, and things have been moved around, but presumably because they were tidying up and covering up and etc. A lot of the knickknacks and trinkets that were in the back here are gone. There is a stairs leading upstairs to presumably like bedroom and that. You didn't last time you did actually go up there, so
my specific aim is to walk around the entire place doing some combination of sniffing for blood and with Bloodhound, but also sense the unseen, every nook and cranny, Just kind of just looking for hidden things, hidden like markings on walls, like lifting up rugs, carpets, just looking around.
Okay. So give me a wits wits awareness for the sniff sniff. Cassius, is there anything you'd like to be?
Cass is going to just walk around. Oh, blimey. Cass is going to walk around and look at like the spines of books and any things that are still left there, and see if he can piece some stuff together.
Okay. Give me a intelligence investigation. And Mac, also give me a wits discipline. Wits or specs. Sorry. It's on the roll for Sense Unseen.
Yep. Just opening it up. I'm tempted to use my one reroll for Sense the Unseen. It is tempting.
We got 2 dice.
Yeah.
It's. If you want
don't
cult
forget,
shit,
in the Snackshots, you do get 1 reroll.
That's why I said my reroll. That's my one.
Take people have suggested to me that maybe you guys deserve more because you guys don't use many rerolls in the actual show.
Yeah.
I think 1 is appropriate.
I will.
if you want your cult shit, that's how you get it.
Yeah, I will. It's like my second roll. I will hold my ground for now and settle for 3.
Okay, Mackenzie, I will tell you what you found, what your results in a minute. But Cassius, you do find 1 book that stands out as opposed to, you know, like the Tom Clancy's and the everything else. It is called Serrani's Fables. It is in Egyptian.
That's going to be difficult for me.
Yeah. You think probably like the actual spine says Serrani's in like Roman, in English alphabet. But the inside is all in Egyptian. So like Arabic, and looks like maybe an older form of Arabic. Probably the reason why it was ignored is because it's just fables.
Oh, so modern Egyptian.
Yeah, more. Well,
not hieroglyphs.
It's not in hieroglyphics, no.
Okay.
So technically, it's been translated from hieroglyphics, I guess. But
Yeah.
It's not quite that old. It's not quite that old a book.
I just start reading until Matt comes back.
Can you read Egyptian? Sorry, Arabic.
I start looking through the book.
Okay, yeah. There's some like pictures and like kind of sketches and things in it, probably relating to the stories that it tells. There's one of a crocodile-headed person, and they're kind of bent over this big stone slab. There's like a stretched out kind of antelope gazelle type thing on it. Obviously being like, sacrificed. So there's some guts and viscera on there as well.
Cool.
There's another one with a heron in a like in a stream, in a river, just kind of like just sitting there with like one of its legs up and just like looking. There's like fish in the middle of like jumping. And then on the other page there's the heron's like struck and like pierced right through it as it's jumped, and it's like ready to take it away and eat it now. But if you like, you may take that back with you. If you want to learn Arabic and possibly Egyptian, or you can find someone to translate it for you if you like.
Mm-hmm.
Mac, the sniff does nothing. They were pretty thorough with cleaning this place up. However, they may not have taken someone who could see hidden things, because after about 30 minutes, you do the downstairs. I'm assuming you want to do the upstairs too?
Yeah.
Every wall, behind every cupboard, head to toe, under every rug.
Behind a bookcase, you see a very faint outline, scratched glyph.
Cass, can I borrow you a sec?
Yeah, sure. What do you got?
Bring a pen and paper for me, please. Don't worry, I got my notepad anyway.
Yeah, I go to his desk and pinch pen and paper.
Yeah, got pen and paper.
Okay, so you see this here on the wall? You see what I'm looking at?
Uh-huh. Do I recognize it?
Roll me.
Can you see it?
Oh, yeah, can I see it?
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't be able to see it. So you'd have to scritch it out, which you can do.
I was just checking if it was hidden or if it was...
It was indeed hidden.
Okay, look, let me draw this. Bear with me. I'm just gonna try and trace it out as best as I can. You recognize this?
Okay. This will be intelligence, survival.
Not a cult? Oh, okay.
Not a cult. And you'll get a dice for previous experience.
Is it something Mac would have a clue with, or shall I just not?
Mac would not have a clue of this. No.
Fine by me.
That's 3.
3 successes.
I could re-roll 2 more.
With your previous knowledge, I'll tell you it's not that difficult.
Oh. Well, I got 3. I'm very proud of myself. I got 1 left.
You did. You got 110 as well. Incidentally, for those people who are watching, and just in case it didn't come up on the recording because the dice box is a little small, Mackenzie got awareness 5, Cassius got investigation for the books 1, and the sense the unseen was 3 for Max looking for things. These are actually 2 symbols. It's from the travelers, communication.
Right, yeah, the magical hobo code.
Magical hobo code, yeah. And it is mind and fire. It's actually it's a bit more complicated than that. It technically speaking, the words are mind and fire. But the way these are used, they, like how they are used, where they are used, etc., it does very much depend. So it could very much be like idea.
Right.
Because like
mine. So it's the combination of the pictograms that mean.
At the same time, there can be like double meanings to it. So like, like maybe you can open it with a thought, or like if it's like a hidden door, or maybe you
or your head will explode.
Yeah, your head will explode if you try and do so. So it gives you these are meant to give you a feeling,
right,
of the things.
Yeah, Cass is a little worried. It's like, well, that one means mind, and that one means fire. And together they mean mind and fire, which is possibly a bad thing. Because if we
Yeah.
get set on fire while we're in here, no one's going to put us out.
Like, hang on, is this like a booby trap?
Well, you can see it. It's not like attached to a... It's just on the wall, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's
Was
like
it
it's like
hidden?
scratched in.
Was it hidden behind anything? Or was it in plain
Behind
sight?
a
It
bookcase?
was behind a bookcase, yeah.
Behind a bookcase. It was behind a bookcase, which... Well, it makes me wonder. Did the Tremere know it was here? Is this theirs, or did someone put it here?
I can't see it. So whatever it is, it's not normal. It's bullshit of some kind. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think it has anything to do with people bursting in the flames? Like, is this like
Incidentally, you haven't just so you know, you haven't touched the wall. You've seen it and you've scratched out the thing.
Oh yeah. Cass has backed up a step.
is this dangerous? Like, do I need to,
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, fire's bad, right? Grrg.
Pretty
right?
bad. Pretty bad. Yeah.
So, who's brave enough to touch this? I poke it with the pen.
Solid. Just
Okay, good
Do you know anyone that would know more about this? Like, what about you?
both
Yes.
of you give me a this is a difficult one for me to
Well,
say.
before you do that, while you
Okay.
think of what we're doing, I'm going to get Mac to point out where it is.
It's right here.
Yeah, it's like right in the center of the
Okay. And I go and look on the bookcase and like what stuff is in that area.
There is one that is actually written by Herr Bastian, and it is called The Idea.
Mind fire. The idea. Mac, this is yours.
What, the book?
Well, her Bastion wrote it, and I'm giving
Oh.
it to you
Okay.
because
Thanks, I guess.
you're the one that can see this shit. Take a look.
Sure.
See what ideas you have. You're always so. You might have a better idea of what happens in here than I do. Let's
All right,
open
but
it up, see what happens. Don't
if
burst
I
into
burst
flames,
in the
okay?
flames, yeah, if I burst in the flames while reading this, I'm giving you a hug while I go, okay? Like a big one. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's
Good.
fair.
Good. So let's see what's in the book.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna open it like on the floor with my pen first. Just checking for booby traps.
Okay. The first few pages as you open it are blank.
Sense the unseen all over them.
Okay. And you want to go through the book?
At least the first few pages. Like, I won't go through the whole thing here, but if it's like, oh, there's hidden stuff in here, interesting.
If you only go through the first few pages, then yeah, there's nothing in there.
Okay, and then I'll I don't know, go halfway through the book, try and just open it up there again
Okay.
with my pen.
Right at the middle, there is some writing. And Cassius, you can see it too.
Cass, you.
Oh, I've got that one. I can see that one.
Yeah, the other stuff was blank.
Have you?
Well, a little bit,
Scanned
but
it.
there's a lot of pages in here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't see anything in the others. But yeah,
Yeah.
we can take it and go
all of
through.
the pages up to the middle one was blank.
Huh.
Okay,
All right.
I'm pretty sure.
What does it say?
let's read.
It says solid facts become insubstantial when in possession of the thought. And seeing as you've already gone over the bookcase once, I will tell you for a fact that there is a book called The Thought.
Sure, this guy wasn't a Malkavian.
I like him. So, how many books are on here? Can I fit them in my briefcase?
There are quite a lot of books. I imagine after you saw the first one, you probably went through them, so I'll tell you that there's only 2 by Herr Bastian.
2 by Herr Bastion.
Yeah.
Are there any others of note?
No, not really. They're all, again, like novels and pulp.
Was the thought by Herr Bastian as well?
Yeah.
Look, maybe we take these two now and then we swing by with the Winnie wagon and just pick up the rest anyway. It's like, it's free books.
Yeah, I'm taking all of these books.
Might as well,
Sure.
I don't want to miss anything, but
I'm not even worried about missing anything. This is actually a really nice collection.
It's pretty good.
This is some, I mean, some of it's a bit trashy. Clearly an interest in military history, but like not necessarily a problem. There's some good books here.
Yeah, but
I don't want
there's
this to go to
probably some
waste.
good clues too. So let's take the thought then and open it with my pen. Now, these pages empty, I wonder to myself.
There is actually a copy of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alex Dumas in the original French.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh damn! I can probably read some of that.
Oh yeah, you do. You have French as one of as a language. You have.
I have European cultural, historical cultural knowledge.
Well, if you can read the Francais, then go right ahead. Silver plates and murky buckets. That's how I roll.
Yeah. I do like a story, but we don't have time for that.
Yeah, look, let's look at this thought one. And look, we're halfway through a clue right now. Can't get distracted by, Monte Cristo.
Yes, sorry.
Head in the game, come on.
Open up the thought.
Who's taking it? Who's opening it? What's the?
I'll put it on the floor, open it with my pen again.
Are you picking it up to put it on the floor?
Flick it onto the floor with your pen.
I'll put a tea towel on my hand and pick it up.
Okay. As soon as you pick it up, the wall disappears.
The wall disappears.
Oh.
Right.
No, for Mac.
Fuck.
Hey. Do you see that there?
I think we've been over this.
Okay, wait. Look, stand here a second, okay? Just close your eyes for 2 seconds.
You right?
I walk through.
Okay.
Now what?
Now open them. I said 2 seconds.
Mac's gone.
Okay.
I'm a ghost in your mind.
That's not surprising. I've seen you disappear before.
I can read your thoughts. I'll just step back through the wall. Nah, it's just an invisible wall.
He steps through the wall.
Oh, God, these tricky little Tremere.
That's sneaky. I like it.
I like that.
Yeah.
And
Mac,
so that's on the idea sigil section.
Yeah, that's where
that I tapped previously.
You tapped previously.
Oh, I hate that. Oh.
Right. So we got some investigating to do. Come on.
Yeah, oh my God, let's go. I put down the bundle of books that I've been gathering, put them on the floor.
Do you want to take the Monte Cristo one? Like put it in a
hell
side
yeah.
thing?
Yeah, that's going
like
with me.
That's like the standout.
Yeah, it's like early edition stuff.
All right. Into trouble we go.
Okay. Go through the wall?
Go through the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Mac, you walk through the wall. Cassius, you walk into the wall.
Ah! My nose.
You okay?
I said my nose. Oh.
Is it bleeding?
Everything's broken. I'm never following you again. God damn it. Okay.
Maybe it's one at a time.
What did you do? You touched the book? You've still got the book? Give me the book.
He still has the book.
Give me the.
Yeah, I got the book. Let me hand it through.
I
just slide it through.
It hits the wall.
Oh. Okay, so this is the thing. So I'm the other side of the wall now.
I'm gonna pick up the idea.
Okay.
And poke the wall.
Your hand goes through.
Oh, okay. No.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
I've forgotten what did it say inside the idea that we found.
It said the thought makes
wall invisible.
Yeah, it says the
Should have written it down earlier.
yeah, it was the idea makes the idea becomes insubstantial with the thought. Through the thought.
Okay, so what are they hiding in here? Want to do some snooping?
Did you step through, Cassius?
I do. Like, now that I know I can walk through.
Okay. So, Mac, you're in a hallway.
Cool.
Cassius, you are in a hallway.
Not in the same hallway,
You're
is
not
it?
in the same hallway.
Can you hear me, Cass?
You cannot hear each other.
Mac. Look, Mac. This isn't funny. We need to get going.
Cass!
Be visible again, please. Have you gone ahead?
I'll send him a text message, just as I can't hear him. In hall investigating.
When you bring your phone out, all of the buttons are in hieroglyphics and runes. Some of them look like maybe Nordic.
Do I remember where the letters are so I could try and do it anyway?
Sure.
I will have a random stab at like just pressing the buttons in a way that like, yeah, that will go to Cass.
That's fine. Cassius, you get a message. It's in hieroglyphics and runes and, and things.
Oh shit. I leave immediately.
Okay.
Like, I'm looking for Mac. Like, something's bad has probably
Like
happened.
you leave out
like he's mashing the keyboard or something.
You leave out the way you came?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you step out back into the room.
Mac, are you here?
I'm assuming I still don't hear that, or do I now?
You would hear that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in here. I've been asking to. What are you doing?
I went into the wall in the corridor and I couldn't hear you, and then you sent me a very terrifying text.
Yeah, I pressed the squiggly buttons. I was trying to send you a.
If you look at your text now, it says like burp.
Right. Okay. I guess
I'm
we're
in the
splitting
hall
up here.
too. Look, I'm gonna go investigate. I ain't got all day, so.
All right. Yeah. Well, after you, go.
Okay. Well, I'm already in, so. Yeah.
I can't be in the same place as you. Apparently, let's go explore different places on our own and then die, and then we'll never know.
Roll me
what happened, right?
roll me an intelligence. Both of you actually. Yeah, that's sure.
Okay.
Roll me an intelligence and academics or intelligence and occult.
Okay.
Look, if you're feeling a little bit scared, you wait 5 minutes. If you don't hear from me, I'm dead. Okay. But I'm gonna go investigate.
Nice. Oh.
No, not bad for Mac.
Not bad for Mac
Not
at all.
bad for Mac.
That's 2 out of a possible 3. However, it's not really enough to follow this train of thought. Cassius. When you hold the book, the wall becomes insubstantial. Clearly, both of the books lead to different places.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're both holding one book...
Right. I leave. Mac, get out here.
I want to investigate. What do you want?
Well, we will, just together.
Okay, cool.
I'd rather not go off and die in different places.
Do we have to hold hands?
Yes.
Oh.
And books.
Okay.
But I'm leaving the idea here.
But, okay. Sure.
It goes somewhere else.
All right.
Come on. Show me this place you found. I grab onto the book and...
So we're both grabbing the book at the same time, are we, as we walk in?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is very romantic.
Okay.
Yes.
So you step into the wall both together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are in.
This is where we bounce off the wall.
No, you're fine. You walk through again. You are in a lit hallway. The corridors go off left, right, and fork in the center, going straight. Two kind of go straight parallel to each other.
Are there doors along the corridors, or is there like one door at the end of each?
Just one goes left. Yeah, there's no doors or anything.
Okay, it just
Yeah.
goes. All right, so I guess you don't want to split up.
No, but I would love to know which way we should go.
There's two straightforward options, left and right, and then there's actually going left and actually going right.
So
Okay,
there's 4 different options.
Yeah.
well, let's pick one and give it a go.
Is that how detectives roll? Really?
Yeah, you got a coin?
No.
Oh, well, I do. Yeah, let me go. Let me just.
How does a coin work with 4 options, Mac?
Well, we do heads, left 2, tails, right 2. Okay, so we're going for the left 2. Okay, we're far left. Let's go.
You're
Let's
taking
go.
the left as opposed to the
Left,
straight
left, instead of the
Left,
middle
left.
left. Left,
Okay.
left.
As you head up the left, there is an opening on the right which you can go through, or you can keep going forwards.
Okay, heads, we do it. Tails, we don't. We don't. We keep going.
Okay,
going.
let's keep going.
Okay, it takes a turn to the right. You keep going. Takes a turn to the right, and again to the right. You keep going. Takes a turn to the left. You keep going. Takes a turn to the left. You keep going. Takes a turn to the left, you keep going. Takes a turn to the right, you keep going. Takes a turn to the right, you keep going. Takes a turn to the left, you keep going. And you find yourselves in front of a wall.
Nice.
Cass
And
is
then-
slowly losing it the further we go in.
Yeah,
like...
yeah.
Well, this place is nice. It's big. How you doing, Cass?
And Cassius, on the wall is that symbol that you saw on the wall of the
Oh, the idea?
the idea burn. And you're both back at the front, in front of the wall, the original wall by the bookcase. Both of you, please roll me an intelligence resolve.
Fuck. Oh no, I'm re-rolling that one.
Cassius rolled a 0 and Mac rolled a 1.
What happens if you do badly on this?
You will find out.
That's 2 successes.
2 successes.
Might not be enough.
I will. Yeah, I'll do the reroll now.
It's probably worth it.
Okay, so that's
2
2.
successes.
2 apiece.
All right, guys. What do you want to do? Do you want to step through? I mean, you know, like
So were
you don't.
we inside the corridor or outside?
Oh, you weren't in there. You haven't gone through yet. You were about to step through for the first time.
Oh, okay. Fair
You
enough.
both retain no memory of what happened inside there and no knowledge that you've been in.
Look, I don't know about you, but I want to find some clues. I ain't got all day.
Look, man, if we just hold this book and then both go in,
Well, we gotta like hold hands.
yeah, real romantic.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, you step through. You're presented with a left, a right, and 2 straight forwards.
So how does a detective decide between these 4?
Well, you got a coin?
No.
Oh, well, I do. Look, heads we go left, tails we go right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we go right. We go in middle right. This one.
Middle right. Okay. You walk forwards. And you take a left. and you take another left, and then you come back to exactly where you were.
Well, that wasn't very interesting.
It was weird though.
Yeah. Kind of like a spooky funhouse. You want to try again?
Yeah, sure. I've got no other better ideas.
Okay, we're going.
Unless we read the
Okay.
book.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We've got the thought with us, right? So what's
yeah.
your thought?
I don't know. I don't have too many of those right now.
I'm gonna take the book from him and leaf through it if anything's changed.
You haven't actually looked in the thought.
Oh.
Well, that would be an idea. I thought we did. Huh.
No,
Never
it's
mind.
the thought. It's not the idea.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, let's have a look. Clues.
So the thought is also blank, up until the center.
And what's it say in the middle?
It says, 4.
4.
4.
4. I don't feel like that's the best clue in the world, you know.
It doesn't have to be, really, does it? If
No.
people know what it means, then they know what it means and they can get through. If they don't, then...
Well, yeah, that's true, actually. Well,
1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah, there's
Right?
4 of them. Can I do sense unseen on the 4 just to see if there's anything else on that page?
Sure.
I can. Yep.
There's not.
No. Okay, well, that's the end of the clue. My coin says we go right again. Far right this time.
Well, that's what I was thinking as well, so let's do it.
Because most people read from left to right. That's number 4. That's what the coin said too, and I'm willing to bet this coin's right.
Okay. You go right. You go left. You go right. You go left. You go right. You go right. You go right. You go left. You go left. You go left.
Meanwhile, we're walking. I go to page 4 and then chapter 4 of the books that we have with us. So
you have
I have
the
Serrani's
Thoughts.
Fables, I have
Yeah.
The Thought, and I have Alexander Dumas.
Okay. Serrani's Fables is in Arabic. There are no pictures.
Yeah, I can't
of
read it, but
Count of Monte Cristo would probably be still ramping up. I don't know the book.
it's
myself.
really early, like page 4. It's probably not even on the story.
You thought you said chapter 4.
Yeah, I look at page 4 and then chapter 4.
Oh, and then chapter 4. So page 4, yeah, would just be the introduction stuff, and then chapter 4, obviously, gone a bit further on. And there's nothing on the thought.
And nothing in Serrani's Fables either, because I can't read it.
Okay, well.
But as you go down your last left, there are many symbols. Like, it's a long corridor this time. Like, you did a lot of quick turning and a lot of like back and forthing, it felt like. But there are just down this wall, and on the floor and on the ceiling and everything are just symbols. Some like run into each other. All of them are different. None of them are actually recognizable.
You see these two, yeah?
I'm assuming I see them as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I look for fire and mind.
Don't actually see it.
Oh. Well,
Well,
no
this
ideas
is,
in here.
And they're not like they're actually not any symbols that you even recognize. Like, so then, you know, that, like, obviously you don't necessarily have to be able to read something to recognize it. So you could see hieroglyphs and be like, oh, those are hieroglyphs probably. Or you could see like Nordic runes and be like, oh, those are probably Nordic runes. Or Cyrillic alphabet. Cyrillic, yeah. So nothing along those lines there. Pictographic, but not really reminiscent of anything that you can think of, at least.
Right. I'm stumped, Mac. Either we brave it or we leave.
What do we do to brave it?
Pick one. You got a coin?
Yeah. What, to pick one of these? One of the rooms?
There aren't any rooms. It's just a corridor.
Runes.
Oh,
sorry.
runes. Okay, yeah.
Runes. I don't know. And was this a dead end? There was door?
No, it keeps going.
Oh, we just keep going. Like, maybe it makes sense when you look at it from the other way.
So how are these runes laid out? Are they like along the walls?
Along the walls, on the floor, on the ceiling. Give me a... Give me intelligence academics.
Okay.
Both of you can do this, of course, if you like. But
Well.
Ooh.
I hate Sudoku.
the best you can say, there doesn't seem to be any specific pattern to them. They seem to be randomly spaced, randomly placed, and randomly assigned. What you can say is that they're definitely not all by the same hand. But you can't tell, like, which ones were done by which hand or anything along those lines.
Okay.
Is it like a signature?
Maybe. Should we write our names on the wall?
Yeah, I'm gonna put mine on. Mac.
Better idea than any. Cass signs Cassius Banks on the wall.
Okay. Oh. I'm just like, in some circumstances, you just like sold your soul to the devil or something, you know, like.
Yeah.
True, if we had a clue. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just people writing that they were here or something.
I don't know, but whatever. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, sure. I want to find some clues, and this is our first look around, so.
Just don't step on a landmine, okay?
And don't worry.
So sorry, what did you both write?
I wrote Cassius Banks.
I initialed it. MM.
Okay. You want to carry on?
Yep.
Carry on pushing.
Just a question. There's no kind of like, I'm not going to tell you whether it's important or not, but I think it's worth asking because it's something your characters might think of. Do you avoid stepping or touching any of the symbols, or do you just kind of willy-nilly?
Oh yeah. We avoid. We step on.
Cass avoiding them? Like, what are you doing? You avoiding them?
Hell yeah.
Cassius,
I don't know what those are.
Cassius has probably seen like glyph activated somethings in like not necessarily
It's
in
just
reality,
in a book.
but in
Just in a story.
in like a novel or something,
like Harry Potter or whatever. Yeah.
Right. So you're telling me that these things can do stuff when you touch them?
I don't know. I'm gonna guess yes though.
Okay.
It could be anything.
I just kick one on the side of the wall.
You kick one.
Okay.
Just tap it with my boot.
You
just gently.
I'm gonna get your foot blown off.
Nothing happens.
Nah. It's probably broken.
Yeah, probably broken. Okay. Yeah, let's go,
Okay.
I guess.
Mac will walk through normally.
Okay. You walk down to the end of the hallway past the runes, take a left, take a right, take a right, take a left, take a left, take a left, take a right, and there's a wall in front of you. There's a mindfire symbol on it, and as you look at it, you're back up the front by the bookcase.
Nice.
Mac,
Yeah, what's up?
roll me an intelligence resolve. Cassius, you remember. Mac, you don't.
Oh, shit. Right, are we gonna go in?
Well, I mean, it's pretty circular, but like,
What do you mean? You've not been in yet. I'll find some clues.
is this a bit? Is this like the text message? Wait, no, I don't know that. Wait, no, I do know that.
Yeah, you know about the text message, yeah.
It's like the text
Yeah,
message.
look, I ain't got all day. Look, I want to go in and get some clues. Which one of the four do you want to go down? Should we do the coin thing? Look, I've got a coin. Do you?
You haven't gone in yet, instantly. So
Oh, we're outside.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're still
yeah.
outside.
Okay, well, I would decide, like, pulling him inside, being like, come on, I want to go.
Yeah, we can hold hands.
Sure. If you want. I guess.
We both
So,
need to.
which-
We should come back later
We haven't even
because you
started
can't
yet.
remember what we did in there.
What we did and
And-
where?
I'm a little bit tired of people not remembering things.
Not remembering what? Wait, you're telling me we've been inside already?
We've been
right?
inside and you forgot. I can't believe you forgot.
Okay.
How did that happen?
Well, that's a good clue. Well, that's why you're bringing pen and paper where you go.
Do you still have any of your books open?
Yeah.
The middle page on thought. Thought. Says 3.
3.
What's
said
special
4
about
earlier.
3?
That said 4 earlier.
Oh. So, do we get like 3 attempts, or is it like 3 more times and then we get the prize?
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't want to find out. Let's figure this out elsewhere.
Really? Oh, man. Fine.
We might burst into flames if we fuck this up. Or just not remember anything
We
ever.
might burst into flames if we don't, you know.
Cassius,
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
how many times do you think you've gone through the maze?
1.
Okay. Just, like, if Mac has forgotten, maybe you've gone through like 10 times and forgotten each time.
Oh, God. We might have fucked this up a lot.
What
If
do you
you've
mean?
forgotten, I might have forgotten. I don't know what I've forgotten. We've only got 3 tries left.
Well, no one knows what they've forgotten. But the book said 3, right?
We got 3 choices. No, we had 4 choices in there. We picked the 4th one, but that's not. It's not the way we go, it's how many times we can go in
Okay.
before something happens.
So it's getting smaller, sure. And we don't know what the number started at, so it could have started at 10, 20,
Yeah.
50.
Who knows?
What's the time?
Cassius, I'll give you this because I think it's something that would have stuck in Cassius's, like it would stand out to Cassius. Is just the fact that you wrote your name down on the wall.
Yep.
And Mac initialed.
Mac, come
Yeah,
with me. You need to write your name on the wall
sure.
at
No
this
problem.
specific place. Or something that represents you. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Well, what did you put?
I put my name. I put a name.
Yeah, put my name then, I guess. What represents me? I could draw a hat. That would probably do a good job. No,
I don't. We've only got a certain amount of
Yeah,
opportunities at
I'll
this,
just
so
use
I just
my
write my
signature.
name.
I'll just do my squiggle here. Mackenzie.
Are you going back to the?
I pull him back through to where we scroll on.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Your
so
name
what
is there.
I
MM
point
is
to it,
not.
and then I point to your initials. Like,
Hey, that's
MM
my
isn't
MM.
there.
Oh, there's no MM there. Well, there is now. Mackenzie Marlowe, detective. So, where do we go now?
should we see if we can go back?
Sure. What happened when we went forwards?
We left.
You remember the symbol that you saw, Mindfire?
Yeah, we found a mindfire dead end
Okay,
symbol.
so we'll go back again.
And then let's go back.
Back to the start.
Would you like to go all the way back to the
To the fork.
to the fork? Okay, you
Yeah,
go
yeah,
back to the fork.
Okay. Well,
You
Three
can
others
see
to
the
do.
exit to the place, by the way. So you can
Okay.
like where the bookshelf is and.
so we got 3 others to do. Apparently that one's no good.
Number 4 was useful. I don't know what the other 3 do.
Well, I tell you what, we picked the one we're going to go down. And if we don't remember it, I'm going to write it down in my notepad.
Smart.
So,
If it works.
you know, you pick one, or we could use a coin.
Sure, let's pick the middle ones.
Middle one, left or right?
Left.
Left. Sounds good to me. I'll write down in my notepads, or like just
Mhm.
draw 4 and put an X down the one we're going down.
Incidentally, you do remember going down the right middle because you did that before you came back and then went right. So
Oh yeah, that one was a loop, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that one's no good either. So,
So
we'll do
right
the
middle
other
is a loop. That one's the signatures, and then mystery.
would you
Yeah.
like to end it here and then carry
I
on?
would.
In...
I have a stream to go to.
Well, also, I'm wondering whether you'd like to carry on with this in the main session.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. This is brilliant.
Well done. You found one of my little peccadillos. Welcome to the maze
Oh god.
of Mindfire.
Oh no, there's another place called the Maze. I hope they're not related.
mind fire, as if it like burns it out of your memory, I guess.
Mhm.
As I said,
Yeah.
those
Multiple
symbols
meanings.
have multiple
Yeah.
meanings.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, that's cool.
Nice. Thanks.
Okay, so we will come back to this on Monday in the main story. Chrys, you are in your loft in Winnie's Salon Haven. You have tidied it up quite a bit, in that it's not tidier, but you've moved all of the clutter to one side of the loft, and then you have your own space. I imagine probably this is like you actually. This is probably Chrys actually settling in. I don't know. I get the feeling like she was like, this is just for like a month or two. You know, I'm not gonna settle in. But things transpiring how they have, probably got a few things from storage or wherever they were, and
May as well make it comfortable if we're going to be here.
yeah. So I can't help but think that Chrys sleeps on like a futon, you know, like
Oh, absolutely. There's not a bed.
yeah, it's not like a proper bed.
Absolutely.
I used to have this this like kind of weird cover for like a bamboo chair that was like just a mattress type thing, except for, you know,
And
for
it's
a
like that
chair.
thick and it's kind of squishy.
Yeah,
and...
yeah. And
Yeah.
and then, you know, that would always get turned into a bed. And I feel it's something along those lines, you know, like not practical really, but if it's there, you use it, kind of thing. I'd say probably like one of those training dummies where you have like the multiple like wooden arms coming out, so you can hit like different, and you practice like your
Yeah.
blocking and things like that. Do you think she'd keep up with the, because when you become a kindred, you kind of get frozen in time to a certain amount of degree of things. So, you know, you tend to revert back to your. But I feel like, in terms of discipline, Chrys would probably keep up with some of the training regime.
Yeah. Even if she drops stuff off, there needs to be room to do it.
Yeah.
And it's just like ingrained.
Yeah.
That you go through your motions in the day. So.
Yeah. So there's probably like some weights and I don't know, something along the lines of like an exercise
Like
bike
a
or
square
something.
flat area.
Yeah, like an open area to go through the training and routines and etc. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Chrys has a plan for the next few hours.
Yes. So, so I've been thinking on 8 hours, Chrys, and we have some emotions about someone who may or may not be coming to town soon,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to prepare.
Prepare?
Sorry, it was loud. One sec. Showing. I'll do that again.
It wasn't too loud, don't worry.
It was loud. It was so loud. And I need to prepare a little bit for that. Mac mentioned chatting to Celine about it, so I am off to see Celine and Kiba.
Okay. So you probably most likely just kicking about up in the loft because you just wanted some time to yourself. There has been a lot of group activities recently, and you know, not everyone can deal with non-stop group activities. Tess tends to thrive, Chrys bears with it.
Gets gradually more irritated by bread.
Oh yeah.
And people who eat bread. That's good. So it's good to nip off for a while.
Yeah. So you know the area. It's fairly early in the night, so people just kind of getting up and everything. Actually, you probably skip out before the rest of them have woken up.
Oh yeah, they sleep in a lot. The only reason they wake up is because I'm loud.
Yeah. So you skip off before everyone else is up and head out towards Celine and Caber's little park area. One thing you have heard and have also probably noticed in your day-to-day, well, let's call it night-to-night, is that people frequent that area a bit less. And also people are like probably a bit more skittish in like your neck of Flintbridge, just purely because of Cabo. Like he's a very like hulking guy.
Well, he's a softie probably.
But he is also like 6'5", 6'6", and quite wide as well. So,
looks menacing.
Yeah. And you know, like he hangs out with Celine, who doesn't look like any of those things. However, you do get to the park, kind of go through a side alley, and then come out into this like enclosed by like flats and buildings park area. Doesn't seem to be anyone here, but they may still be waking up.
Okay. I'm probably gonna head over to where they were playing on the seesaw last time. And hopefully they'll be around, but I'm not like gonna be shouting out for them because if they're having a nap, I'm not gonna be able to find them.
Yeah.
So Chrys is gonna be a youth and walk up and down the seesaw.
Okay. Roll me a Dex Athletics. And if you have
Okay.
balance or anything, any specialities for balance or anything like that.
Not technically, so
Okay.
like we're not gonna go for. Even though I could argue it if I wanted.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
yeah. Yeah, you manage to kind of run up and down the seesaw. It's not super thin, so it wasn't massively difficult. But it is also a bit worn down, a bit rusty. So it does wobble a bit as you go from side to side. Eventually, probably after like 5 minutes, you see like a head rise from the dirt. It's Celine's hair and bonnet and that, and she just seems to be like slowly rising out of the ground. And then after her, after she's like fully out, you see underneath her feet is a big hand, and then like another hand comes out and like grabs onto the ground, and Caber pulls himself out of the ground. The dirt kind of like shifts aside as they're coming up, and then like closes up as.
Are they muddy?
No.
They're clean.
They look clean.
Okay, that's weird. Hi,
Hello,
guys.
Chrys. We were wondering who was vibrating up here.
That's weird.
Hmm?
Why aren't you muddy though? What?
Oh, it's majorly a gangrel thing. I figured you'd know.
No.
So, one of the talents that can turn up is the ability to shift into the earth and to like bed down there. Both me and Caber can do it.
I see that. That's really. So it just moves out of your way, but where does it go? It doesn't change volume. Vampire physics are weird.
Yes.
I saw someone turn into a bat.
Like a large one?
Small
or
bat.
A small one?
Like a normal animal-sized bat, I guess.
That's quite difficult to do. Usually you have to retain the...
Yeah, the mass. That thing's weird. It's very true. It's like called Vlad and everything. How many tropes can you go for? A vampire called Vlad. Anyway, I'm sorry. Hi.
Who turns
Hi.
into a bat.
Yeah.
Wonder if he can do smoke as well.
Ooh, I should ask him.
hmm.
Probably not. Maybe.
Do you have something you're here for? Not that it isn't nice to see you, but I assume.
Hi. Yes, there definitely is a reason that I am here today. Hello.
And while you're talking to her now, Caber starts like throwing her up and spinning her, so she's like spinning in a full 360 circle and like landing in his hand, like staring at you.
Love it, but I think that maybe we should be careful about the masquerade thing, something. But okay.
It's
Hi.
okay. No one comes here anymore. Just us.
Still. I don't remember, Aztash, if Chrys had the know that there had been some suppression of people playing on the seesaw in the back.
That was. I will say probably not. But
I couldn't remember if I had been told by.
No, it was Oh yeah, because it came from the Elysium, so I would say yes, that would have been shared with you by Mac.
Okay. But I mean, someone saw you playing on the seesaw the other day, and it had to be like, no press. So there's
Okay.
long lens cameras nowadays.
No, it's no. Kaber, put me down. And Kaber kind of grunts.
Sorry to be the fun killer.
And like puts his hand, and she like steps off, kind of glides down slightly, and lands in front of you. How tall is Chrys?
5'3".
Okay, so she's just a little bit smaller than you. Kind of like comes to a stop just in front of you.
This is very nice personal space. So,
Do you wanna sit down? Is this a difficult talk?
no, is it? I don't know. I don't know. No.
Okay.
And Chris is just gonna plop down on the floor, like right where she's sat. I mean, I guess we can sit down.
Okay. And Celine like wanders over to the seesaw and sits down on the downside.
I
She like
have
she like gathers her dress up
loose
and
it out and
yeah, and like kind of like straightens it out as she sits.
I have a potential person that I have to kick his ass. And Mac pointed out that it might be great to talk to you because you got punched right in the face by me and it didn't do anything. So was that you? Was it me? Because I feel like it was definitely you. Because a punch could.
Yeah, that was me.
How do?
It's well, again, it's something that gangrels and a few others, a few other clans have a knack for, an ability for, I guess instinct for. Just lets you kind of solidify. I think is the best way to describe it, so that when you get hit, you can withstand it easier.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not really my area of expertise, but I can kind of solidify a little bit, and you know, I'm a bit tougher than a regular Kindred.
Well, that's cool. I don't know.
Who is it who you have to?
Sire.
Your sire?
Yeah, he's a shit. He needs to be not alive anymore.
Oh, I've never heard any talk about your sire before, so I assumed he was either out of the picture or just dead.
Yes to the first one. Soon, maybe, hopefully, probably. You know, I don't know if I want him dead or if I just want to beat him up.
Okay.
But anyway, just very injured at the least.
Well, you
needs
hit
to happen.
you hit quite hard, so
Yeah, it's just a bit of a thing that, to be fair, I was kind at the time, but just totally
Wait,
walked all over me.
you tried to fight a gangrel. I guess. Sorry,
Didn't know
It's been a while for me, and I guess you didn't know at the time, but it's, yeah, the prospect is a little silly.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't have if I knew about Kindred, but really thought I could take him.
She's got like a very, it's not like a smirk, like a haha, you so dumb. It's more like an amused, like, maybe she's thinking back to things that she did when she was, dumb.
Yeah. Just so, in an ideal world, when I go kick his ass for real, I will.
You're not as worried about the punching, you're more worried about the taking a hit.
Punch is really hard.
Well, I guess the problem is if you haven't really faced him, you won't know how tough he is until you face him. At which point you're already in danger, I guess. Does he know that you're trying to?
I mean, he did mock me slightly. Okay. So probably yes, and it's just really difficult.
Okay.
Why can't my sire buy me a freaking silver pony now?
Silver pony?
Silver pony.
Okay. I'm gonna say, not 100% following along with the thought line here. Silver pony.
Silver, yeah. Oh well, everyone has their sire issues. Mine might kill me next time. And I don't really.
Question. Why would he kill you?
Because I want to kill. I don't know. It's hard. Celine, okay. Hi. Who's your sire? Was he mean to you? Was they mean? She mean to you?
She.
Is that rude?
It's not really something either of us talk about, and in general, not many people would be willing to talk about. But my sire's dead, so.
And were you sad about that happening?
Not particularly. She abandoned me a couple of days after I was turned.
Why, that's what happened also.
Okay. So, your sire...
So he beat me up, and he was like, "Rrr, come back when you can beat me." And then jumped me with Winnie pretty much very quickly after. And left Winnie to it, really. And now Winnie's also gone, and now my sire needs beating up because he might be around, and I don't know if I can do it. And Tess tried to kill a man because of bread. Just.
I did hear about that. Yes.
Well, it might have been a good thing, but regardless, not a lot of time for this.
Well, it's gonna take me time to teach you to take a hit.
Well,
I mean, if you want to train a bit more.
I mean, do you want to hang out and train? Because you guys seem like you're competent.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to solo train. And I haven't fought Kindred yet.
You haven't?
No. Apart from that time that I nearly died. And then did die. And then I'm now Kindred.
With your sire, right?
I mean, you don't
Well,
have to if you don't. I'm not going to be offended, but
no, it's okay. Uh, in that case, we should probably start you off quite easy, just to get you back in the swing of things.
probably good. I've definitely been doing my training, but potentially not as much training as I should have been doing.
Well, in that case, we'll start you off with Kaber.
Okay.
And Kaber's like, we don't have to start right now if you want to. I mean, what's more important to you? Do you want to learn to fight, or do you want to figure out your sire, or the problems with the coterie?
I love him,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes not everything is about them. Okay. Sometimes it's about Chrys.
That's very true.
And I think right now is one of those times.
So, what would Chrys like to focus on?
I would. Well, can we do a bit of training and see what if I'm not going to kill people by accident? It's definitely a concern because I don't really know what I can do, really. So, bit of a spa session,
Okay.
maybe.
Well then, and she jumps up, like she stands up and kind of brushes down her dress. There's no dirt on it, but she still brushes it down. And then she jumps and floats onto the floats onto the seesaw, and then walks up to the middle, but it stays on the bottom side of it. And then she kind of does a little spin and turns around and says, Kaber, go ahead, put her on her guard. And Kaber kind of takes a stance that roll me a wits insight with your martial arts.
Okie dokie. Bop 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 bop. Boop. It is a crit.
Is a crit. Okay.
Ooh.
It is a it's a stance that basically favors kind of some form of weaponry, maybe a staff, or maybe a longer bladed sword or something. Definitely martial arts, and you can see he doesn't have any weapon in his hands. And it's something that's focused on, you can tell by the set of his feet that it's focused on moving quite quickly. It's focused on speed, it's focused on quick attacks. So when he suddenly shifts and very, very quickly spins to the side and disappears out of your periphery to the side, you are more prepared for it. Which means that when we do this Dex Athletics, you can Dexterity Athletics, you can take
Oh, I didn't take a bonus.
just roll me one more dice. 2 successes. And Kaber got 4 successes. So he kind of like he, as you spin round to follow him, he's already like up in your face, and his fist is like going at you, and you like kind of, you know, obviously instinctually go up to guard it, and his like fist like slips in, and it's like stops at your face, and it's like a half second pause as you realize that his fist has like broken, like slipped past your guard basically before you manage to get it up. Do you want to like maybe do a instinctual jump back or something? You know.
No, because I was blocking. I don't think I'd have time if I don't have time to block.
Well, it would be like you're going up to block, and he his fist, and then stops right in front of your face. There's like a half second where you realize that you've been beat. You know.
Yeah, is it still coming towards? Yeah, I think
to do like a jump back lets you get back into a kind of a guard position and on awareness.
Okay.
So you kind of do like there's like a half second pause where you're like, I just got hit, and then you jump back, and then you go into a guard stance again, and Kaber like slowly like reels back. Like his movements when he goes back is very like slow, very deliberate. And you can probably tell by this point it's actually a tactical move by him, because he's so big, because he seems so lumbering, you know, like the Hulk or something. That
makes people think that he's slower than he can be.
Even though you picked up on his fast stance and everything to allow him to like shift aside and everything like that, you didn't realize quite how fast he could move.
Okay, well, I'm aware of it now. So obviously going to take a more defensive stance, but hopefully be ready this time.
Okay, so he I'm assuming you don't want to make a move to
No, just kind of sizing up and reacting a little bit more to the speed of that already.
Yeah.
So deciding what the moves will be, I guess.
Okay.
To take him on.
Okay, so he kind of crouches down, and like he's like a bald spring, and then he charges straight at you like fist like that.
Okay, can I roll to do a roll out of the way?
Would you like to block or would you like to roll?
Roll. More defensive-y.
Give me a strength roll. Okay.
Cool.
He got 5 successes on manipulate performance. So you think he's going to hit you. And roll me a wits insight with your martial arts. Yeah.
A crit again?
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So in fact, you don't you don't fall for his feint. What you realize he was going to do is he was going to like pretend to hit you and then switch directions with his speed and come from a different direction. So with that brawl, what you can do is turn it into a lowered guard, because you brawled really badly, which will make him think that he's got, but you will have to roll, it'll be manipulation, let's call it manipulation brawl.
Interesting.
And take for reading through him, take an extra dice.
Okay, I'll have to roll that.
Yeah, roll another one.
So I got a 2 on normal and just 2 successes.
No crit this time, unfortunately.
Oh.
Okay, so did that go through?
Roll 20 has been a little bit slow.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of like, you act like you're taken by surprise, and you're your guard kind of like goes down in the same way like he got through before. So you realize that while he was going in for a feint, he can easily switch that round to a proper blow again. So we will both roll strength brawl as an opposed thing, because he didn't realize that you like intentionally let your guard down to like give him an opening. Strength brawl.
Strength brawl. Oof.
You can re-roll if you'd like.
I'm thinking I might wanna.
You have one for the snack shot, so
I'm gonna take the hit.
okay. So he does yeah. So he does pull his punch slightly. Just take one superficial hit, because he does kind of crack you. Yeah, like you have your guard down, but again you haven't judged his speed sufficiently. So by the time you're ready to react, he's already like a little bit ahead of you. So he just gets like kind of a crack in the ribs.
Yeah.
And obviously he pulls the punch a little bit, but
Well, okay. Apparently not solidified. I don't have that down.
and then he kind of settles back, and you hear Celine from behind you on the seesaw say, "You have to stop judging Kindred by their looks.
Yeah.
Caber is extremely fast."
I can see that now. And also you're unexpected as well. A little bit.
We like to play into the assumptions people make of us. It helps us with when we are outnumbered or when we are at a disadvantage.
That makes sense.
You must use everything in your arsenal to win, if you want to win. Which we got very good at for the longest time. And you can probably tell, like, both Celine and Caber have had some proper serious training. Maybe not the same way you did in kind of, you know, like martial arts and so forth, but they're battle hardened as opposed to trained.
Yeah.
Is probably the best way to say it. So like Caber is, for all intents and purposes, he seems to be someone who would like hit like a Mack truck, and you know, he'd be very straightforward, very like punchy and very kind of up close, whereas he seems to be a lot more about misdirection and feinting and taking advantage of opportunities. You haven't fought Celine yet, so you don't really know.
Well, she's small and can take and throw a punch, so
Yeah.
plays into that with her very pretty dresses and looking adorable, and
She's so cute.
that's so cute.
And Celine says, "Would you like to try and take a proper hit from Caber, or would you like to practice against another Kindred?"
I mean, I took a bit of a hit, but I think let's carry on. Let's you know, maybe I can figure it out.
The hit
Caber.
or the fight?
Well, it's like I'm enjoying it, you know. It's nice to not limit myself a little bit.
Well then, how about you attack him?
I mean, if you're sure are you gonna be okay, Caber?
He takes a guard stance, and like there's like for the first time on his like scarred face, and you know, there is like a, not really a smile, but more of like a satisfied content look to his face.
Okay, well, if you're sure.
He kind of nods.
Okay.
And he doesn't take his eyes, like his eyes are like fixed on you.
Okay. And I think Chrys is gonna go in. It's gonna be not like straightforward like we're doing some karate. It's gonna be a mix of the capoeira
Okay.
to see what he does with that.
Would you like
So-
to use any kind of misdirection for this, or would you like to? Oh wait, here's a thought. What you could do is you could go in like much like he did, like looking to punch, but then shift to a more capoeira kind of kick and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It would take him off guard, like take a few of his dice off, mechanically
Yeah.
speaking.
I was thinking of like doing those weird jumpy kicks and then like yeah.
So
Technical terminology here.
if you because this will be more of just a straight up strength brawl to with your martial arts, so there'll be an extra one to make it look like you're going in for just a standard kind of karate punch or one of those styles.
That's fine. That's good. Did I get a bonus? Sorry.
One.
Well, I'll roll that now. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna actually re-roll that because
Okay.
this is the one time that I want to re-roll.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's a crit. That's
Sorry, Kayla.
7, 8, 9. And then what you'll need to do is give me. So that was to make it look as if you're, so it like he's fallen for it. He's not even going to roll to try and.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay.
So that will take dice off his thing, and now you're going in. That's basically like you'll kind of like turn the punch will happen too soon.
Yeah.
So it won't
and
be
then
anywhere near him, and your leg will come up and round in a kick.
Whip around with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And round. Okay.
So that will be another strength brawl with your capoeira, which is, I believe, and your martial arts. So that will be
So 2.
2 dice. Yeah. It's a good thing you got 2 dice because Chrys ain't rolling brilliantly. But you did crit on that, which takes away a lot of his dice. Yeah. So you kind of catch him like right in the crook between his neck and his shoulder, and like he's already moving away from the punch that's supposed to be coming in, and you catch him on that side, so you use his momentum with that as well, so that he ends up kind of like crushed on not crushed on the ground, but like smacked into the ground, and then he rolls away, and you kind of jump back and take your stance. You appear to be
Okay.
He's fine.
Okay.
You appear to be a bit better attacking than defending. Are you susceptible to tricks and schemes and misdirection?
I don't know. Question mark. It's really fast though, and it's hard to. I feel bad. Are you okay?
Cable looks pretty much fine. He's taken a little bit of a knock, but
Chrys just feels really bad.
yeah.
In a weird way. Okay. Well,
I think you've proven that you can handle yourself in a fight. Would you
Oh,
like
maybe.
to take a hit? See if you can.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Okay. So, stand there and don't move. And she kind of like drops off the what's it called?
Seesaw.
Seesaw, thank you. And like walks up to behind you, and you feel like her fist like doesn't hit, it just presses into your back, like into the small of your back. And you feel this kind of like sensation of almost like goosebumps in a way, like kind of move out from there. And she says, just think, what I do is I think about being stone. So you're immovable, you're rock, you're solid matter. And you feel that sensation. Can you feel it?
It's kind of tingly.
Yeah, so concentrate on it. And think about being stone. Okay, so let's get a let's go for stamina and fortitude.
Okay, question mark.
So next to fortitude, if you do the drop down,
I'm just trying to find fortitude.
do you not have it on your?
Oh,
You
yeah.
should have it.
No, I'm sorry. I was looking in the skills. I'm like, what's fortitude?
Oh yeah. On your disciplines.
Okay.
And then you can do the drop downs. You can put in stamina and discipline in the drop downs.
Okay. Yep,
and then you
yep,
can do that roll.
stamina
And because you're
discipline.
being taught and helped with it, take an extra dice.
I kind of did not plan on this, but this is fine. I got 2.
Okay. So, Kaber is going to come in for a swing.
I am rock. Rock is me.
And roll me roll me another stamina and fortitude. With
Any
the-
modifiers?
Yeah,
1.
with the extra dice.
2 again.
Okay.
I am rock and rock is me.
So you take the hit and it does like stagger you. Take 1 superficial wound. But it's not like because he came straight at you and he actually rolled really well. The amount of damage you should have taken from that, like you felt yourself absorb a lot of the impact, and like the way your skin feels is much more kind of tingly and electric. But when you actually took the hit, it didn't. It felt muffled. It felt like he hit a pillow that was on you.
Okay.
But in terms of for him, you were solid. You were like a rock.
Oh. That's very cool. That's very cool. It's a bit different from when I go all Wolverine.
Oh,
But kind of the same.
well, it's a different aspect of your clan.
Thank you. Oh. I wonder if I can do it on my own. Be a bit weird if you had to follow me around and press the small of my back the
No,
whole time.
now that you have the knack of it, if you work on it, if you practice, you should be able to call up that as well. And this basically means that with a little bit of a discount, if you'd like to take toughness in the fortitude tree discipline.
I'm just trying to remember how much XP that costs because
We'll talk
we'll
about
discuss that.
yeah,
We'll
we'll
discuss
talk
that.
about that.
Yeah,
afterwards.
I think that would be good. So I think I'm gonna go with that. So that's fun. I didn't actually plan on this today, but that's fun.
Toughness is good. It adds your fortitude dots to your like it mitigates damage based on your
Yeah.
fortitude, which means like you know, in kind of like contested things, in that fight between Kaber, you would have taken no damage because you got 2 successes on your roll and he got 4, so you'd have 2 dots on fortitude with the toughness thing, so it would have cancelled it out. However, having said that, Kaber's not a brawler. You know, he doesn't fight with his fists or strength, so
Apparently with swords and or staves.
something melee probably. Yeah, they're a fun duo. And Kaber goes over, like sits down and kind of rests against the seesaw, and Celine like kind of lets your shoulder go, and incidentally she was with you the whole time, like just yeah. And she kind of spins around and faces you and says, well, as long as you practice, you should be able to get the hang of that. It's not horrifically difficult, although it did take me some time to master. What about your sire?
What about him?
Well, you want to defeat
Team up,
him,
yeah,
or
kick it,
maybe
yeah.
kill him?
At least severely injure.
At least severely injure.
At least severely injure. I'm not totally down with the murder train yet, but maybe.
You seem quite upset about him, if I may say.
It's really rude, okay? It's pretty messed up. And it's not very fair. He knew that he could beat
Did he track you down and hunt you and turn you with?
It's not important whose fault it is. Even though it was definitely mine.
Okay.
It's,
So you attacked him?
yeah. Who has a dojo though if they don't want to have a fight with people? Really?
Is he
I
Russian?
mean, I don't have a dojo. So,
Chrys?
Celine,
Is he Russian?
how did you know that?
Cassius.
How?
Okay.
Celine, what?
So, how come you aren't in the program getting hired out and...
I don't know. I don't know if I should be offended by this or
Yeah, you
confused.
You said he like he just got rid of you and dumped you on Winnie?
Yeah. So I mean, okay. So I met some guys with freaking Gorbin that he got from Basia, and that's like his thing, I guess. But should I be offended that he doesn't want me to be able to say? Do you think? Do you know him? How do you know him?
We worked together a couple of times in London. I don't think he's ever actually had an I don't think he's ever made a kindred that didn't become a mercenary, or didn't go into his club, his gang, his group. I mean, he turns and recruits people specifically to train them and hire them out as. I honestly don't know.
Okay. I don't really know what to do with this. So, so you right? Okay, right. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Also, he might be arriving soon. So
Arriving.
he's like near here somewhere, and something just fell down my back and is creeping me out. And I hope it's not a spider.
You're fine.
And I don't know what it was. And I'm really creeped out now. And he might be arriving soon because apparently he had someone to check on him. What if it's me? And what if I'm not ready to kick his ass? And then what if are you gonna work with him to beat me up? That's not very nice.
What?
Why would you do that? Anyway, I don't. And I'm tempted to do a roll to see how stressed Chrys is, because it seems like quite.
It seems more like I wouldn't say maybe fear frenzy, possibly.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like I'm so mad that I'm like.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like an angry or a
like defense response almost, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you'd like to roll,
I'd like to.
I won't make you because it feels more like a character choice than a mechanical thing.
I do want to roll because I suggested it. Should I do a frenzy? And that's probably mechanically.
Yeah, that would be.
Makes sense, but it's not like I'm so angry.
Well, there are different types of frenzies.
Okay.
So there's like hunger frenzy and anger frenzy and etc.
Right.
So.
Let's see how this goes.
Nice.
Okay. I do not randomly turn into Wolverine in a park.
Which is probably a good thing.
Probably a good thing, but it does not happen. I might need to leave. Okay. Well, what does he mean? Why was what do you mean? How often does he do this? So he's never done this without recruiting someone, which is weird. That's weird.
He doesn't do it that often. Usually just when he sees. Usually just when there's someone who's worth recruiting who isn't already a kindred. And then he trains them for a bit and sends them out, depending on how much work he has, depending on all these type of things. He was very useful to us in London, with a high turnover rate of death and in horrific injury, and some people, and like you can see like her eyes have shifted to the side and Kaber's like head is in between his knees. And she's kind of like she's off in her own little space at this point. And some people lost themselves, couldn't find their way back, just wandering inside their own terrified minds.
Well, that sounds suitably horrifying.
Yeah, that snaps her out of it, and she kind of like kind of shakes her head, and Kaber's head is still in between his knees. He's like looking down at the ground. So, yes, mercenaries, you know, people who are were able to come in and back us up and replace the ones we lost was extremely useful. I don't know that much about Vassia, instantly.
Well, he seems to be making himself useful here in Weirgate.
Well, that makes sense.
Again.
I mean, any of the larger groups will benefit greatly from having a few more foot soldiers to back up their words.
I need to think about this. That's so odd.
Hmm.
That's why.
It doesn't make any sense.
Maybe because I went to him rather than he recruit them, but then I had to recruit them. Unless that was the front of the door. I'm so confused.
Well, and also, why would he turn you if he wasn't going to...
Keep it.
like, have you join the group? And why would he give you to Winona?
I think Winnie owed him a favor or something. But I don't know. I don't get it. I don't really want to talk to him and ask him. I need to find out another way to find out.
I mean, I could talk to some of my old...
I mean, you don't have to. I can probably find out how to. Or if you want me, if you want to connect me with someone, that would be amazing. But also, don't.
I could have a think and maybe give you a couple of names that you could talk to who knew him better, who might know more. I can't promise that they'll be welcoming or even worth talking to, but if you don't want to talk to him, then these people would be the next best choice.
I think it would be best to not see him right now, or for a while.
Okay.
So I would appreciate that, Celine.
I'll come round in a day or two and let you know.
Is there anything I can do for you? Like, buy a bonnet or something? For you, not for me. I don't really want to wear a bonnet.
Sure. It's nice to have new clothing, so if you see something you think I might like. I don't often go into shops and...
Well, Tess is like, that's her jam, and she really likes to spend money, so I'm sure, but it's like anything I can like help you with, or you good?
We're okay.
I'll keep an eye out for things. I think I need to leave.
Okay.
Thank you for today. Sorry I kicked you, Kaba.
He's still just got his head between his knees.
Tell Kaba I'm sorry I kicked him, but I'm not that sorry because he's not that injured, but also I'm sorry.
Okay. It's fine. He's not as tough as me, but still tough. And she like slaps her hand on the back of his head.
Okay, bye. Again. Okay.
And you walk off back to the loft?
I think that we're gonna have some. It's varying between anger and going running in the woods, or melancholy sitting in the loft being dramatic?
I would
I
say...
think we're going to be a bit more dramatic.
Well, I was going to say, with your frenzy roll, you resisted the fear side of things, the kind of worried anxiety stuff. I would lean towards more Chrys being like, nope, screw it, go into the woods, gonna like do, you know when dogs have that like mad moment where they run in a circle, they're just like burning off energy?
Yep.
I have a feeling
doing
that
that.
Chrys goes and does that in the woods.
Yep, absolutely.
So we will finish the scene and leave off with Chrys running through some streets, running out past the kind of suburbs and out into the woods. The mist is, just blanketing the ground, and the camera kind of the camera's like following Chrys as she's running out towards the woods, and then stops as it gets to the end of civilization, and then Chrys, as
Off
she
goes
shifts, gets absorbed into the woods.